Sister Grace.
Om Shanti, how are you?
Om Shanti. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Very, very nice to see you. And we are so happy to have you tonight with us. As you know, this is our regular Wednesday evening event, which has been, doing like 3 years, I guess, since the corona has started. And all over the world, all the Brahmins are participating. And tonight, Yogesh Bhai wants me to be the MC. He's in London and having some programs there. So I would like to welcome you on behalf of the whole family. And before I start with your introduction, please accept this. Özlem, you ready? If you're ready, we can just produce our flowers to Sister Grace.
Thank you.
Özlem. Özlem, can you hear me?
She's
Okay.
muted.
Okay, so maybe I start with your introduction, and meanwhile, she will be ready to give the flowers because she was very excited for that. So let me start. And if I miss anything, please just, correct me or just add anything you like. Sister Grace Lopez Charles is the national coordinator of the Brahma Kumaris in Ghana, West Africa. She's a retired educator, having fulfilled over 30 years in almost every sector of education. She came into spirituality in Cambridge, UK, where she lived with her family. Since 2008, she has been fully committed to the spiritual life, conducting classes, courses, seminars, and workshops. Her interest lies in giving to each one a feeling of empowerment and sense of self, who they really are. So it's a beautiful introduction Yogesh Bhai shared with me. And I'm Ayşegül from Antalya. We have Baba Center here in Antalya. So I'm just giving this in Antalya. And Özlem, are you ready now? Öyle mi? Oh, sorry. Okay. So you got the flowers?
Yes, I got the flowers.
Okay, okay, because I was just reading, I missed
And I
that
got this
part.
beautiful smile as well.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So, anything you would like to add to this?
No, that's perfect. It just means that from 2008 I've been in Ghana until this time now. So
Okay,
it's 14
so
years I've been
14
national
years in
coordinator
Ghana,
for Ghana.
in
Yes.
Ghana, okay. So I just would like to remind you that we have translator will be happening in different languages. So please just keep in mind that as much as possible, of course, if you can keep it little slow, that would be wonderful for us. So we are looking forward to hear your beautiful jewels. And I got you the words to you, Om Shanti. And after the session, we will have some questions and answers part at the end, and then we will end it with the meditation. So I will just be with you.
Thank you so much. Is it Icicle?
Yes, this is me, Ayşegül.
Icicle. Thank you so much for that introduction. Om
My
Shanti to
great pleasure,
everyone.
Om Shanti.
Good evening, everyone. It is an honor and a pleasure to be with you all this evening. The topic given is the business of easiness. I am wondering how many of you have had scenes in the drama that you labeled not good? And how many of you, on hindsight, looking back on that scene today, can label it as beneficial? If you did relabel it, what was the reason for that? You might say acceptance or wisdom or perhaps maturity, but why were you not able to apply any of these to the scene at the time of occurrence? The reason for this is because we tend to be guided by our physical sense perception. This is a body conscious approach to everything that happens in our life. And the tendency is to label it good or bad. Our consciousness and values are out of sync. And when our consciousness and values are aligned in our lives, you feel great. You feel love and appreciation for yourself. You are more sympathetic towards yourself. Through this lovely knowledge that we are studying, the knowledge of Easy Raja Yoga, Baba has made us aware of ourselves and also of the drama. He defines his role in the drama, and he also assigns the role in the drama for us. And in many of the mulis, particularly in the Sakamuli, Baba has referred to himself as the businessman. And I have a little extract which I'm going to call upon here, if I can find it, from the Moli of February 8, 2021. In that Moli, Baba said, "The Father has now come once again to make you into the masters of heaven. Therefore, you mustn't cause yourself a loss. Businessmen always keep their accounts in order. Those who cause themselves a loss are called fools. This is now the biggest business of all. Scarcely a few businessmen do this business. This business is an imperishable business. The Father is the ocean of knowledge, the businessman, and the jewel merchant." So when we speak of business, we refer to one of two definitions. Business being a person's occupation, their profession, their trade, or business being a commercial activity, an activity entered in for profit. Now, Baba's use of business is an emergence of both definitions. That is, it is our occupation, as well as an activity of accumulating a huge profit, a profit that will suffice us for 21 births, 21 lifetimes. The basis of that accumulation, do you know what it is? Is easiness. So what then is this business of easiness? There are three aspects of easiness that I would love to explore with you tonight, this evening. And one is easiness with the self. Sorry, I had to pause there because the plane was going overhead, very heavy. We are in the flight path. So, as I said, three aspects of easiness that I'd love to explore with you all this evening. Easiness with the self. easiness in service, cooperating, always considering yourself to be a server, and easiness with drama. And this is where I think I'll spend the bulk of the exploration, easiness with drama. And I can't remember where the moli, was it a Saka moli or an Aviat moli? But I can remember that Baba once said that what would you prefer? A crown, a bundle, or a basket? And I just want you to keep these three images in front of you and check which one you will like the most. A crown, a bundle, or a basket.
Sorry, Sister Grace, I have to interrupt you. The translator asked a little bit slower, please.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. So I was saying that the easiness with drama is where I will spend a lot more time, although there'll be three aspects that I'll be looking at. And so allow me to use a simple example based on my own life experience. When I was 7 years old, I joined the Girl Guides. Now, I was meant to be a brownie, but because I was a bit of a wild child in those days, my mother thought that it's best for me to have a proper supervision by someone who knows the family. My elder sister's best friend was the Girl Guide squadron leader. So I found myself in the squad as the youngest member. Girl Guides start at age 10. I was only 7 years old. However, what I want to share with you is the discipline in the guides meetings. There is a greeting and a call to attention. When this call is made, everyone stands alert and there is complete silence. The pledge is made and then we are commanded to stand at ease. In that easiness, we are ready to listen with understanding to the directions given for the activities to follow. Then we are asked to fall out into formation to carry out the activities. Why am I giving this example? Because in order to begin the business of easiness, it is essential to pay attention. I invite you now to spend the next few minutes in self-exploration as I give some guidance. Focus your attention on yourself. How much time have I given to myself to build up my muscles of resilience? How much time do I allow myself to be influenced by my own self-perception? Become aware of the quality of your responses to mistakes you made. become aware of the quality of your responses to your shortcomings. Your responses to your weaknesses. See how you feel about these. Do you have faith in yourself? What point of knowledge can you apply to make this easy? Let us take a few minutes in silence to connect with our inner goodness, our values, virtues, good qualities. In this time, just experience and recognize your inner virtues. You are getting in touch with your inner virtues, the things that matters most to you. Now that we are connected with our internal values, it is necessary to connect these to our consciousness. The consciousness of I, the soul, the child of God, the Supreme Soul, the Almighty Father. It is this alignment that brings easiness with myself. Thank you for spending that time with yourself. And now we move on. In order to experience easiness, you have to become detached on the basis of knowledge. In this case, knowledge of myself. Who I am, what are my qualities, and what is my purpose. Once I am aware of these things, and my inner values and consciousness are aligned, I am well on the way to living an easy life. It will take work, it will take time, but the more I have the determination to live from my inner values in the consciousness of who I am, is the quicker my life becomes a life of ease. It is a simple shift in alignment, not aligning with what externally are my props, like my facilities or my positions. That alignment becomes a sort of a bonus. But aligning with my truth in the consciousness of who I really am, that brings easiness. And it is just the tip of the iceberg, the first step in your business plan for easiness. But clearly it is a very important step, a step which we'll have to return to time and time again for checking and stabilizing. Easiness comes when I actually realize myself, but I am not on my own. I'm not in the forest somewhere in a cave. I live with others. I interact with others, whether it's in the home or the workplace or in a college situation or even in a friendship group, but I am with others. And so easiness in service is very much dependent on easiness with others, with ourselves and with others. We do not just work on ourselves in isolation. At least we start with it in isolation, but we don't stay isolated, because then we don't realize if we're really easy or not. It's okay, I learned how to be easy with myself, but am I easy with others? Am I easy when I have a big task to do? So this easiness of service, this easiness in service, is just as in the Girl Guides, they fall out into formation to carry out activities. And the formation might be sixes. It's sixes where you're a group of six, a whole group, or you might work with one other on whatever the activity is, or you might work in two small groups within that six, threes. In that same way, we engage in service with service companions. Are we easy in working with service companions? What is the basis of easiness in service? So once more, let us go within ourselves and search for the answer for that question. Focus your attention on the service you do. It doesn't matter what that service may be. See yourself interacting with the task, the service. And then see yourself interacting with your service companions. How easy are these interactions? If there is any difficulty or disheartenment, can you identify the cause within yourself? Not to blame anyone or anything, not to blame the companions or the task, but look within yourself and see what can be the cause of you not being easy in these interactions. And that's if you are not easy. Now that you have the cause, see yourself once more interacting with the task, the service. interacting with the service companions. But this time, the cause button is disabled. The cause that you identified is no longer there. So see yourself interacting without that cause that you identify. See how the interaction has changed somewhat. The change might be a little, or it might be a very big change, or it might be such a subtle change that you probably don't even recognize it. Now, let us bring God into the picture. See the task, the service, as God's task, God's service. You are a helper of God. And so are your companions in service. They too are helpers of God. Let this attitude fester and grow within you for a while. The service is God's service. I am a helper. The others who are in this service with me are helpers. Then come back to the same situation and watch your interaction now that God is in the picture. How much of a difference does it make? Many times, we take on service as our responsibility, and we hold on to it so tightly that we find it difficult to be easy, not just with the service, but with the service companions. Differences of opinion are seen as threats, and the slightest deviance are seen as a disaster. We make a song and a dance over everything that did not feature in our plans. Lack of easiness in service does not bring real success in service. Once Sister Genty took up the topic of service, and what she said was quite eye-opening and at the same time liberating. She said that service depends on Baba touching souls. Service depends on Baba touching souls. Kind of make you feel a little bit deflated. It's not me who inspired this person to become a Brahma Kumari, but it's a time when Baba touched the soul and the soul comes. I was merely the instrument at that time to welcome the soul. She also said that service is the final thing. It comes last. So we have to work on ourselves. We have to work on our connections with others and our deep connection with Baba. Our yoga power has to be very strong. Our dharna has to be really royal. And then service. So these three actually impact service. And once I'm easy in all three, once I'm easy in the knowledge and gyan, once I'm easy in yoga, once I'm easy in my dharna, I am royal, I am moving quite smoothly along with drama, and we will look at that a little bit later. Then I can really focus on service in a very easy way because I am not doing anything. I am an instrument for Baba, and Baba is the one that is doing through me. That frees me up a lot. I think it's a thought that always I hold in my mind, that I am not responsible. When I think that I am responsible, my ego comes in and says, but that didn't turn out right. And that is because this happened and this one didn't cooperate. And so there are a lot of excuses, and that is not easiness. That is finding a difficult path. It's rocky, it's ragged, and it's not smooth. So our effort is to create our own stage. No one else can be responsible for that. For me, that is good enough to bring lightness and easiness in service. Sister Jancy also said that we need to first be stable in soul consciousness and then have that firm connection with God, with Baba. And the third thing is what I have already mentioned, alignment of consciousness with our innate qualities. True consciousness, the consciousness of who I really am. Aligning with the qualities that really define me. Not the anger, not the irritations, not the greed, not the attachment. That's not my innate qualities. Those are things that I hold inside me, but they don't really belong to me. So when I touch base with my true qualities, my true values, and I connect them to the consciousness of I, the soul, these are my original qualities, then that firm connection, that firm alignment makes me very easy. And I serve in such a way that there is always benefit in the service, even if it is service for just one person. When we focus our attention on Baba's Srimad, we come to the understanding that Baba is in charge, that there's a reason and there's a purpose for everything that happens. In this business of easiness, success is always guaranteed. So now I want to turn my attention to the terms of easiness in drama. And if anyone has any questions, you save them for the end in different spaces where you think that the question arises. You just keep I don't know how you do it. If everyone just open their mics and speak their question, or they write it in the chat.
It would be better, dear sister, if they put it in a chat box.
Okay, all right. Thank you for that. So let's look at easiness in drama. This is the big test. In terms of easiness in drama, attention has to be paid to the fact that Baba is the creator, he's the director, and the principal actor of the drama. So I am not the principal actor. I am not the director of drama. I am not the creator of drama. Doesn't that free me up to be easy? And so anything that happens in the drama, Baba wishes us to be in the soul conscious stage. The soul conscious stage means that awareness of drama, awareness of each scene, whether it appears to be good or it appears to be bad, what it actually is good. No matter what that scene is, remember the very first question that I was wondering if anyone had any scenes in the drama that they had labeled not good. And if when you look back at that scene now, can you relabel it to beneficial? And Baba is saying we don't have to wait until hindsight. As the scene is happening in the drama, we can see it as good. It's meant to be. This is drama. It's accurate. How do we go about doing that? And I think for me, it's my relationship with Baba. Relationship with Baba brings easiness. Baba is my friend. Baba is my companion. In this relationship of friendship, of companion, there is easiness. If you think of your friends or you have a best friend, that, well, I think as Brahmins, our best friend is Baba, no? But you might have someone that you relate to in a physical way, a friend that you think you can talk to about anything in your life. And that is quite easy to do that. And so when I have Baba in this friendship role, it's very easy to let go of what I am thinking or what I am planning and just give it to Baba. And of course, Baba will, the drama will bring different things, different scenes, but it is not for me to become afraid of those scenes. It is for me to learn from those scenes. It is for me to become stronger in those scenes. So the attitude towards the scenes of drama is such that anything that is in the drama has a reason, has a purpose. And I can profit myself by interpreting these scenes as a detached observer. Being a detached observer, I am aware of the things I have control over and those that are beyond my control. Beyond my control are many, many, many things, starting from the elements and everything that are external, I have no control over. But the things that are internal, I have control over. Mind, intellect, sanskaras, I have control over those. I choose not to exercise those control because I think it's harder. But what is harder is trying to control the weather, trying to control other people. That is harder. But we try it anyway. We've put our effort and attention into wanting to control things that are happening outside ourselves. But the things that are happening inside ourselves, we tell ourselves it's too difficult. It's not easy to do this. It's not easy for me to keep my mind concentrated on Baba. But it's easy for me to keep my mind concentrated on what is happening in the drama or in the world outside. Very easy. I can relate all the soap opera things, all the things that happen in the plays that I see. But when it comes to the things that I'm creating inside myself, I said, I can't help myself, it's my nature. But it's not. These are the things that I have control over. And so when I am interpreting scenes of drama as a detached observer, everything is easy. Nothing is difficult. It's like viewing a movie that is happening outside me. And this allows me to flow with drama. Flowing with drama is the result of easiness. With the flow of easiness, there is profit. How? How can there be profit? Because at that time, I am accumulating in my account of elevated karma. I am using my powers, I'm using my virtues in a worthwhile way. And I am contributing powerful vibrations of peace and harmony to the atmosphere. So of course the reward is a very easy and stable life. And Baba tells us that the confluence age is the age of easiness. Why? Because it is in this age that we are awakened to our truth. God comes and introduces himself. Sorry, another plane was going overhead. God comes and he introduces himself, and he also introduces us to ourselves, because we didn't know ourselves. We had forgotten who we are. And so God comes at this beneficial confluence age and introduces us to ourselves as he introduced himself to us. He was demystifying all the things we heard and we thought they were true, they were real. He has given us the will to claim our full inheritance, our true inheritance, not the inheritance of a home or £1 million, but our true inheritance of a golden age kingdom where we live in complete happiness, with no sorrow, no illnesses, and abundance of everything. God has told us that anything in the drama, when we are perceiving it from the angle of the confluence age, it is good. Some time ago in one of the mulis, the Saka mulis, Baba was talking about settling karma with the body. And he said, okay, when you start settling your karma with the body, when you get illness of the body, you should be happy. It's a settlement of karma. So everything in this confluence age, when we view these scenes in the drama from the angle of the confluence age, it is good. Baba tells us that drama is predestined. What does that mean, drama is predestined? If we think about it, that as soon as something has happened, it becomes history. It happens the second, next second it is history. We say past is past, and this is what past is past is. It doesn't mean yesterday or last week or last year or 10 years ago, but it means second by second. That one moment it is happening, the next moment it is history. We have no idea of what would happen tomorrow. Who has seen tomorrow? Who knows what tomorrow will bring? Therefore, the only time we have in drama to influence any scene is right now. At this present moment, this is the only time we have to make a change, to make a difference, to choose to live a life of simplicity, a life of easiness. Only this moment. Next moment come, if we keep that aim, then we have a continuous flow of easiness. Second by second. Baba loves to talk about the second. He doesn't talk about minutes and hours, but he talks about seconds. And really and truly, when we look at it, that everything that is happening at this moment. When we speak about it, we speak about what had happened. When we project into the future, we think of what might happen. But the only thing that has happened is happening now, is happening in the second. And so easiness is living second by second in the awareness that the drama is accurate, that each second is so unique, is so beautiful, and I have an opportunity to change. Whatever has happened before has happened, but this is my opportunity to change my attitude, to change my awareness, to change the way I respond to the scenes of the drama. Positioning myself with Baba second by second as every scene of drama unfolds, and being able to view each scene through the lens of Srimad. I'm not just viewing the scenes as entertainment out there. Yes, it's nice to be entertained, but through the lens of Srimad. You know, everything that happens, we say, even when the pandemic took place, what did we say? Baba told us that before. So it's nothing new. So we can say all these wonderful things, but we need to make them practical in our lives. It is only when they're practical that do they transform from difficult situations, from impossible situations, into easy possibilities. But this happens because I choose to position myself with Baba. Every second by second, the scenes unfolds, and I view them through the lens of Baba's direction, the knowledge that Baba has given me of myself, of himself, Baba, and of the drama. Scene after scene, acceptance of each scene is complete. Every scene in the drama is accurate, just the way it is. The term nothing new is a great way of viewing each scene in the drama and bringing that ease of interaction with each scene. Now, this might be something that we struggle with for a little while. And yes, in the beginning, when you want to change an attitude or you want to change the way you view something, a perception, it takes time to make that change. But once we have that experience, that awareness, then moment to moment, it's very easy to inject that into our every second of life. You know, during this month of June, the Avyak signals focused on increasing the power of discernment, the power to discern. The signal for today stated, and let me find that statement, I might have it. What did the signal for today say? Right, the signal for today, this is not the whole thing, but this is just a part of it. That in order to increase the power to discern, along with the stage of soul consciousness, your intellect must not have too many waste thoughts. In order to increase the power to discern, along with your stage of soul consciousness, your intellect must not have too many waste thoughts. Waste thoughts, in my view, it acts as these huge rain clouds, sometimes not really rain clouds, but heavy clouds that block the sun rays from getting to the earth. A mind, an intellect that is full with waste cannot have clarity of vision, cannot have the ability to discern whatever is happening in the drama. No matter how big it is happening, they cannot see clearly. And this is where we get confused, we get disheartened, we feel all sorts of negative vibrations. We blame God, we blame others, we blame the various circumstances, but we refuse to take blame for ourselves. That we are creating so many wasteful thoughts that we cannot clearly discern what is before us. When we clear our mind and our intellect from waste, and we just focus on the things that I've spoken about before, on who I am, on what is my purpose, on who is my companion, who is my friend, who is walking beside me moment to moment, then I do not have the time to spin wastefulness. Instead, I am enjoying the drama. Every scene is momentary, and every scene becomes a benefit, an opportunity for me to change. The other thing besides discernment that I see very much that we need to hold in our drama is faith. You know, if I have faith in the knowledge that I've been given, if I have that firm faith, and today in the Muli, Baba identified real children as those who follow Baba's Srimad, those who have that true Raki of purity tide, who have the faith that they will surely take the unlimited inheritance. Those children with such faith in the intellect are what Baba calls real children. So the basis of such faith is the knowledge of the profit I will gain in the future. You know, we talk about altruism, but we're really not altruistic, because all the effort we're making to be easy, to really keep our stage stable, is not going for nothing, because we know once we do that, we'll be able to claim our future inheritance for 21 births. So this is the basis of that faith of knowledge, that I will gain in the future the inheritance of a perfect lifestyle with constant happiness, health, and wealth. And with this knowledge that everything in the drama happens to steer me to my destination, that is to achieve the perfection and experience this life of immortality, then I remain accepting and open to challenges. You know, sometimes Baba say, challenge Maya. Is you a challenge to Maya? You come, I will defeat you. And so I can only be open to these challenges when I have full faith that I am on the path of complete and perfect strength, that I can really defeat Maya in whatever game she plays. My faith makes me victorious, and my faith takes me above the so-called obstacles that come as a result of the drama. And Baba told us that every action of a knowledgeable soul will be the same as those of the Almighty Father. This is what Bapsaman is about. Baba is easy and light, and I am easy and light in my actions. The sanskars, the virtues, the deeds will be the same as Baba's. And Baba says that those who become stable in this powerful stage cannot play this unique game of waste. They are always engaged in the game of celebration. Brahmin life is a life of celebration, and this is the business of easiness. Om Shanti, I will stop here, and if you have any questions, I'll be free to help.
Thank you so much. That was really beautiful. And I'm sure that including myself, we all have benefit a lot. Especially you have shared practical tips and the little guidance how we can create this easiness in our life. Thank you so much, Sister Grace. Now I would like to ask our brothers and sisters to share their questions, but I have just checked. We don't have any at the moment. I don't see any question in the chat box. Are there any questions? Can you hear me? If you like, we don't have too many in our chat box. You can just unmute yourself and share, ask your question. Seems like no one would like to ask any. Let me ask just, I just think about right now. Of course, it's so wonderful if we have this easy life, but sometimes Baba says, yes, it's easy Raja Yoga, but he also emphasized when it comes to yoga, you have some difficulty. Maya causes a lot of obstacles. And today Baba says you have to put a double lock in Maya's every door that she cannot open it. This is our remembrance and service. And service, maybe it's quite easier, but in remembrance, we sometimes have some difficulty. So would you like to share some tips that to empower our yoga?
Yes, yoga is the space where Maya comes in. Maya doesn't really affect too much our knowledge base or too much in service, but it is when we sit for yoga. Why? Because yoga is a time when we can really empower ourselves. We can keep that connection with Baba. And Maya likes to break that connection. And one of the things that I use personally for myself is to spin the discus of self-realization. When you feel that you cannot concentrate fully in your yoga, at that time I just create a little, it's not really a mantra, but it's something that I say to myself. Like I tell myself, I'm a point of light. I belong to Shiv Baba. I belong to the Rosary of Lights. And I try to hold that for as long as I can. And then I remind myself, I'm a deity, a being with pure sanskars. I belong to the royal Sun dynasty kingdom of self-rulers. And I try to hold that again. And then I remind myself that I'm worthy of worship. And I belong to the rosary of victorious souls. And all the devotees are looking up to me. And I try to hold that vision a bit. And then I remind myself now that I am a Brahmin soul. And I have this, I belong to this Brahmin clan that has this opportunity to know God and to actually receive the inheritance from God. And again, I hold on to that maybe for 1 or 2 minutes, because remember the problem here is in concentrating. And then finally I told myself I'm an angel and I am double light and I belong to the angel Brahma and I belong to all the souls of the world. And I will do that several times until calmness starts coming into the mind. And then I can actually fully concentrate and connect to Baba. So we need to find little ways of not playing Maya's game. And Maya game will come with something, oh, I forgot I should have done that. You just sit for yoga and you're thinking about something that you should have done. At that time, you pull yourself back by just reminding yourself, I'm a point of light. I belong to Baba. I belong to the Rosary of Lights. And so you remind yourself, you take yourself through the cycle of time. I think there is a reason why Baba always say, spin the discus of self-realization. Be Swadashanta Pradari.
Thank you so much. It's really a wonderful, the guidance. I can take it for myself and use it immediately in this Amrit Vela this morning. So let me check the chat box once more if we have any. No. So let me ask again. Dear brothers and sisters, every one of us, don't you have any questions for sister? Everything is clear. It seems like if they don't have any questions, it means that they are easygoing and everything is very clear. So let me ask them, if you kindly open your cameras, and then Sister Grace can have the gallery view and see all of us all together, the whole family, and we can share drishti together. Is that fine? I'll just put it on too. So yeah, what's wonderful. Isn't that wonderful to see the whole family together?